What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Gold Guy YouTube channel. I know what you guys are thinking. Wait, you got another new bike? No, this is actually my dad's 2008 Suzuki DR650. It's never really on my YouTube channel because it's my dad's bike, not mine. He doesn't really let me mess around on it too much, but luckily for this video, I got his permission. In this video, I'm going to be putting these two bikes head to head to answer the age-old question, Scrambler or dual sport? Now, right off the bat, there are a lot of differences between these two bikes. One was built straight from the factory for dual sport purposes, which means on-road and off-road. Now this bike, on the other hand, came from the factory with the intent of never ever going off-road. I have made this bike off-road capable. It does pretty well off-road. I've tested it quite a few times now, but obviously this bike was made to be capable off-road. So I'm going to be comparing these two bikes in a few different situations, on the road and off the road, with a few different tests. For this first test, I'm going to be taking each bike down in the woods. It's not a very long trail, but it's pretty treacherous, down a big hill. Then I'll go down the trail, turn around, and then come back up the huge hill, which kind of concerns me with the Scrambler because I have never taken that bike down into those woods. For one pretty good reason, this thing's really heavy. But hey, we'll see how the test runs. First, I'm going to be taking the dual sport. Let's get a timer going. I'm gonna start now. I've never taken this bike down this trail either, so it's doing pretty well though. This is going to be tough on the Scrambler. Oh, I just stalled. Oh, this is going to be tough on the Scrambler. Okay, 1 minute and 25 seconds. Not bad. Next up, the GS850 Scrambler. I don't even know if it's gonna be able to make it back up this hill, but hey, let's give it a shot. Go ahead and reset the timer. And go. We did it. I actually did it. 1 minute 20 seconds. Bam. Wow. I did not expect that. My heart is pumping. Now for this next test, I'm going to be pushing each bike up this pretty decent sized hill to compare the weights. I know obviously the GS850 is quite a bit heavier because it has a freaking car engine, an inline 4-cylinder engine, versus the DR650 is a single cylinder, which is way more efficient, way lighter. So either way, we're gonna try to push each bike up this hill and time it and see how long it takes, because you can get into situations where pushing your bike is very important. If you can't push your bike, then let's give it a shot anyways. I feel like I gotta do some stretches for this one. Go. Neutral. This is gonna be hard. Holy, I'm not even gonna be able to do this. Okay, hang on. Holding the back always makes it easier. I didn't realize how heavy this bike was. And I think I'm gonna be able to do this with a Scrambler. No freaking way. Yep. Never mind. No push test. I guess I should at least try it on the Scrambler to see. I mean, this is a comparison, right? So the first one, I made it about 2 feet. Well, let's try the GS850. Oh, my bike died. Gotta push it up this hill. Probably take me an hour to get it up that hill. Good thing my bike's actually fine. For this next test, I'm gonna be putting the GS850 and the DR650 head-to-head in a 0 to 60 competition. So there we go, 0 miles an hour. Let's see what we got. That was a pretty bad run. I don't have these carburetors tuned perfectly. They're running pretty good, but it seems like in the mid-range, it's running a bit too rich because, well, from all that popping you heard. This is a pretty flat stretch, so let's do another one. 0 to 60. Definitely felt better. That was a terrible start. I'm gonna do that over again. Still a bad start. We'll do 4 runs on each bike. I think that sounds fair. Damn, this bike's running a little bit too rich. Next up is the Suzuki DR650. 200 cc's less of engine, but this is a much newer engine. Either way, we'll find out with the 0 to 60 test. Now, I'm sure neither bike is running perfectly, but for this test will be good enough. All right, let's go. 0 to 60. Didn't think about that. This bike can pick up the front wheel and the GS850 can't. Let's try that again. don't know, guys. That felt about the same as the GS850, but I won't know until I edit the video. 3 more runs on the 650. Well, that was a bit of a late call. I hit 60 like a second before I said it. Well, that one felt fast. I might have beat the Scrambler with that one. Wow, we hit 80 there. Once this bike gets going, it really keeps going. The next test I'm going to be doing is the pickup test. While riding off-road or any time riding a motorcycle, you can drop the bike. It happens. So you need to know how to pick it up. So let's see how fast I can pick up the Dual Sport versus the Scrambler, which is much heavier. If you're watching this, Dad, I'm sorry. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. That wasn't so bad. Well, the engine cover won't even let it fall all the way, so now the Scrambler. There it is. These bikes did pretty well. I'd say it's a tie. Really, when you're trying to pick a bike, it all depends on what you want out of the bike. If you plan on doing about 50-50 off-road and on-road, probably want a Dual Sport. If you want to do about 70% on-road and maybe 30% off-road, a Scrambler is perfect for you. Now, one thing I didn't test in this video that would be a good addition is on-road handling. And by that I mean cornering and twisties and stuff like that. I mean, either bike could win. They're both surprisingly pretty even. I thought the Dual Sport would win in the off-road competition for sure, but hey, the Scrambler held its own in the off-road competition. As I said before, it all depends on what you want out of the bike. If you want a classic, you know, an old school vintage bike, then this is it. This is perfect for you. You'll never find a new bike with an inline 4-cylinder engine. I don't think they'll ever be coming back. So if you want a Scrambler, then an inline 4, a CB750, GS850, I mean, there's tons of bikes and they're cheap. You should build one. They are great bikes. All you really need to call it a Scrambler is knobby tires, upright handlebars, and you need an exhaust that doesn't hang down too low. I actually modified these. It's just a Mac 4-in-1. I modified them to get more ground clearance. That's about it. I mean, the suspension is bone stock. Also, you probably want to take off the center stand, and basically you want to make the bike as light as possible. So just take off all the stuff that you don't need, like the center stand, side crash bars. I probably do need those still, but just take off whatever you can, guys. Weight reduction. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This was kind of just a fun video, but I hope I did explain some key differences between a Dual Sport and a Scrambler. Maybe if you're deciding on which bike to buy or build, maybe I helped you make up your mind. Either way, I had fun filming this, and hopefully you guys had fun watching it. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. Also, share this video. That also helps out. Comment down below what you guys think. If you think a Dual Sport's better or a Scrambler, I want to know. I'll put a poll, but also comment your opinions down below. Like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.